louder so everyone can hear you, please.
You made a comment that we each have our story to tell and should consider writing a memoir.
Yes, yes.
I understand that, but to begin that process, how do you do that without feeding your own ego in that process?
So good question. One is, for those type of things, it's fine to feed your ego. There's nothing wrong to feed your ego, to leave over a memoir for your family and friends in the world after 180 years of your life. It's fine. That's number one. Number two, when you'll discuss it with your spouse, with your friends, with your rabbis, with people, they'll humble you as you continue writing. If you got, my wife's not here tonight. Who's my biggest critic? Your wife or your husband. That's the way it should be. That's the way it should be. You know, I try to communicate this to my girls who are not married yet. You know, that's what a good marriage is. So regarding your question, to make it short, don't worry about your ego. Start writing, and it's fine. You know,
I want to tell you something. Rabbi Dalfin has also a publishing company. Once you finish your manuscript and you're looking for somebody to gather it together and then be a good, present it out to the public. Rabbi Dalfin has a huge publishing company. So he'll also facilitate and help you get your life into the world.
And I want to just say, I said the book that I wrote on my father's life, it's called a survivor of the Romanian Holocaust. You know, see, if someone just wants to write something for family, it's one thing. But when I wrote this, my idea was not just for family, but really, to present his story as a survivor to the world. So you have to write it that way. You have to, so if your memoir, whatever you decide what message you want to give the world through your writing, it needs to be presented that way. Otherwise, a book doesn't go very far. You understand?
Yep.
Today, especially today. Today, the book business and the book world is, everyone who reads. So unless you have either a tremendous message that people are interested in, or you know how to market it and present it in a way that is very appealing to people, they'll read it. So, for example, the community I'm in, which is Borough Park, Brooklyn, for just Crown Heights and Flatbush, right? So Borough Park, I was telling the Jim, is a Hasidic community, not Chabad, but other Hasidic groups, right? They like to hear about the interaction between Chabad and other Hasidic groups. And although they're all Yiddish readers, but they know English. So my books in this one particular store, that's the most popular store, is always sold out. The ones that I give them, and why? Because they're interested. How does Chabad look at it? How does the other Hasidic groups look at it? So you have to know your crowd. You really have to know your crowd, who you're writing for, to make a successful book. But regardless, even if you don't, that's not your ambition. Your ambition is your family. It should be done. It's really, I can't tell you, people leave us and no one remembers. They don't remember. Older people, I speak to the kids. What did your father say? What happened in this year? What happened then? I don't know. I forgot. So record yourself, please.
Rabbi.
Audio, video, record yourself. So even if you don't get around to writing it, maybe someone else will. You want to say something?
Yeah.
Yes.
My grandparents were from Romania too.
Yes. Where in Romania do you know? Bucharest?
Bucharest. You got it. Anyway, they were able to sneak out. They got on a ship and they tried to get into the United States.
You're talking about before the war or after the war?
During the war.
During the war, the 1940s.
Yes. The United States wouldn't allow them in.
Right.
So the only place they could go was Cuba. And really, and what happened is they went to Cuba. They were there a number of years. The Cubans treated them wonderfully. They learned the language. And after a number of years, the United States let them come in.
Okay.
So-
That needs to be recorded. It's nice that it's in your head. So have one of your children or their wife, you know, it should be recorded.
Rabbi Dalfin.
Yes.
Tonight's Rabbi Zachary's birthday.
Oh, please take over.
Let's go. 1 minute. 1 minute. You guys, tonight's Rabbi Zachary's birthday. Well, today, it's a special day. He's turning 22.